So, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning. My name is Mark Wilkinson. I'm director of the Dirac HPC facility, and I'm professor of astrophysics here at the University of Leicester. I'd like to welcome you all to Leicester and to the inaugural HPC AI Advisory Council conference in the UK. And we're very pleased to kick off the proceedings with Professor Paul Monks. So he is from the University of Leicester. He's the head of the College of Science and Engineering and also the Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Digital and IT. And he's going to say a few words of welcome to this conference.
Thank you very much, Mark. So welcome. That could be the end of the talk, I guess. But welcome, you're most welcome to the University of Leicester. I'm just going to give you a kind of a short sort of intro and promo, I guess, and talk a little bit from the digital and IT perspective of where we're going and some of the things that we're doing in that perspective to give you a flavour. So we are a university. We were founded in 1921. I'll get to that in a few minutes' time. We have around 20,000 students, 3,500 members of staff, and our students and our staff are drawn from 151 nationalities across the globe. We're a research-led intensive university. Our major research discoveries that we're probably known for is the discovery of DNA fingerprinting, which has just had its 50th anniversary, which of course has transformed forensic science. And more recently, but actually in the same vein, the discovery of Richard III in a car park in Leicester, the king in the car park. So I like to think of us as Royal Leicester. And if you do get the opportunity while you're here, please go and visit the cathedral where you can see where Richard III has been reinterred there at the cathedral. So yes, we are a research-intensive university, and as I said, we were founded at the end of World War I. So we were founded actually we were crowdfunded. We were a crowdfunded university. We were founded by the people of Leicester, Leicestershire and Rutland in memory of those that had fallen at the end of World War I. And the thought behind it was, and as you'll see in the video in a few minutes, one of our founding members, Dr. Ashley Clark, said, the only thing that war cannot take away from you is your education. And they felt it was incredibly important that we had a university here in Leicester to educate so that we wouldn't repeat the errors of war again. Our main building here, which you can see on the left, the Fielding Johnson building, was actually a field hospital during World War I. And our Latin motto, ut vitam habeant, means that so that they may have life. And here's a little video that'll give you a flavour of that.
let us offer higher education as our war memorial. To honour those who took part in the Great War, to the glory of those gallant fighters who came through, and to the memory of those devoted heroes who gave their lives in the cause of freedom. Now, every material asset a person possesses may flee. Education alone is an asset of which an individual cannot be robbed.
The University of Leicester, educating and inspiring for a century.
So that's a little bit of background to how we were founded, and I think we feel our roots quite strongly as a university. We're coming up to our centenary in 2021, and I think it's a good way to think about education and what we hope to get out of education for our students. We are a research-led university. I said a few of the things, I said a few minutes ago, a few of the things that we're very famous for. This kind of gives you a flavour. I think one of the things that we do know that we're actually famous for, we were doing big data before anybody thought of the phrase. We have a long history of doing intensive data science, and I don't want to, in front of this audience, discuss the ins and outs of big data, what makes data big or not. It's a bit of a contested space, I think. But nonetheless, we have been doing that many years, and it's really been driven a lot by our major interest in space and space science over the years, which meant that we were first into some of the areas of computing, and now, in order to stay competitive in a massive global research area, we have to stay at the forefront of computing as part of that. And this slide gives you a flavour of the things that we're doing. We are the only university in the United Kingdom on its way to Mercury. So we have a mission put together by an instrument put together by our academics from physics and astronomy that is currently on its way to Mercury. And the question I always ask any audience is, how long do you think it takes to get to Mercury?
Week.
A week. I'm being offered at the front. Ben? A couple of years. The answer's 7.
7.
7 years. It takes 7 years to get to Mercury. And the problem actually isn't getting there. The problem is stopping. So you have to do 7 circular, coming back around Earth, slingshotting to actually eventually slow yourself down around Mercury to get into orbit. So the issue actually is not how far it is, it's actually slowing down enough to get into orbit. So just a little bit of an aside. So as I said, we've done a lot of space and space science. We've, as we sit here today, there's been an instrument in orbit around the Earth that has been built here at the university since the since the late 60s. And we've explored the universe, but we also explore our own planet with Earth observation science. One of the big ventures for us, which talks to one large area of our digital endeavour, which might be of interest to you, is Space Park Leicester, where we and a number of partners are putting down a landmark research and development centre next to the National Space Centre here in Leicester, with the idea of boosting the UK space economy. And actually our mayor wants us not to be only Space Park Leicester, wishes us to be Space City Leicester also, and that's an ambition that we share. Why should universities be doing this? What's the interest? And I don't know if you're aware in the space sector and the digital sector of something that's which is happening. The way you used to build satellites is you used to spend €1.5 billion and you used to take 10 years to build them. If you were to buy a telecom satellite today, it will still take you, put the order today, it will still take 24 to 36 months to have that satellite. We build these big, monolithic, one-off pieces of bespoke engineering. And actually the model is changing. The model is changing that we want to go to production lines and factories. In a way, we want to move to the Model T type production line where we can build many satellites of the same type. And that is going to lead us to drive down new data services up the speed of constellations. If you're into space, people like OneWeb are pushing this at the moment. Wireless all around the world simultaneously all the time, from very small satellites. And one of the big challenges in Industry 4.0 is this connected factory. So the market is changing for new space. But maybe more of interest to this audience is what that's going to lead to is a data deluge. We're going to have more and more of these data sources from space that we're going to want to integrate with ground-based data sources on the left. Undoubtedly, things like drones are going to revolutionise just-in-time delivery of data at sensitive spots, coupled to satellites giving the mesoscale view. And it leads us to wanting to be able to process and operationalise those, and we see HPC as an incredibly important part of being able to do this very data-intensive science. And there's a big debate for us in the data and downstream services sort of area about, should we be doing it in cloud or should we be doing it in dedicated? What are the architectures that we need? What does just-in-time mean? Where are those sort of issues? So, and actually that is often driven by the services that we're looking to deliver at the end. So this is a very interesting sort of area for us. And when we went out to ask industry what they wanted, we got a very interesting answer. We said, industry, we're building this space park at Leicester, what do you want? And we thought they were going to say, well, what we need is lots more spacecraft engineers, which is, they said, no, what we need is more digital scientists. It's actually the blocking moving forward for us an industry is having enough digital natives who are able to design in silico, who are able to handle that data and services piece alongside what we're doing. So I think that's a very interesting message, and we do face a little bit of a digital skills crisis in the UK in order that we need to address, and we, the university, are thinking very hard about how to do that and opening up new digital training courses to do that. And I think reskilling is as important as training new people within the university sector. We've built a strong partnership for our space park, just to kind of give you a flavour of the sort of things that we're doing, from building new satellites, new software, image and dating, computing partners, satellite technology and launch, investment, commercialisation of what's coming out, and also a very healthy group of supporters and universities. There are 10 universities alongside ours that are working to deliver Space Park. So I think you could see that there's a real digital revolution in this area of science and industry, and putting science and industry alongside each other to co-develop new ideas is quite an exciting area for us here at the university. And I have another video that shows a little bit of that to sort of going to give you a flavour of that. Oh, I did have another video. Doesn't seem to be multiplied. There we go. Bit of lift music. Just in case you're not sure where Leicester is. And government has given us £100 million alongside our industry partners to actually realise this vision, and we're on site at the moment and will be complete by early 2021. So it's a very exciting area for us that brings our digital ventures alongside our academic ventures and those with industry to do that. I think this integrating industry with academia is something that we are very, very excited about. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of a flavour of some of the things that's going on with the university. You're absolutely welcome to the university, and I do hope that your meeting goes incredibly well. We at the university are very keen to support the endeavour of our academics and the vision looking forward in that digital future, and we absolutely see that HPC as a university actually has a role in delivering that science and also that industrial engagement that is the heart of a modern university. Thank you very much indeed.